Is it working? No, it's not working. Oh. You need power. This bitch needs power. Okay. Now we're good. Hi, everyone. Yeah, so that's Queens of the Stone Age. And, that is... Tangled Up in Plaid. That's the name of that song. Why do people think that's me? That's not my band. That's Queens of the Stone Age. I don't think I sound that much like Josh. But, hey, I'll take the compliment, I suppose. Is that a 100? I keep trying a 100, but it doesn't work. Every time I 100, what I get instead is the literally 100. And I keep wondering, like, how do you do 100 with an underline? See, I'm gonna do it in the chat, watch. See, 100. How come the 100, how come it doesn't turn red and have an underline? Isn't that weird? Oh, get ready for, uh-oh. 100. What, you've got crackles? What's going on with crackles? How bad is it? How bad are the crackles? It's fine now? Okay, it's... I don't know what that was. Yeah, it could have been a number of things. Could have been this cable. It could have been... 2 red dildos. I mean, it could have been a number of things. I'm not sure. I've really... I've not determined yet. Just could be my headset. It could be the CPU. It could be... the cables going to the mixer, from the mixer. It could be Adobe Audition, which is where I'm using a compressor from. And, yeah, chat, you guys are just... I typed 100 in chat 3 times, and then the chat was then explode with 100. If I told you to jump off a cliff, just jump off a cliff. How about now? Do you hear? Do you hear crackles now? I'm spilling crackles all over my Wii U gamepad. Oh shit. Well, apparently crackles are a good source of vitamin D. Welcome back to Zelda Twilight Princess HD. This is a game where you play as a man-wolf hybrid, led by a cat, in a quest to restore the land from the monsters that hide under your bed at night when you're off being a rotten bastard. Along the way, you meet a lovable cast of bogons, aka Australian chavs, a number of pets with which you kill, and then, a few Shreks, and maybe a few Ralph Blutons as well. So, yeah, that's the story so far. Didn't he want us to remind him of something when he streamed this again? Yes. What, though? See, now, I remember telling you guys to, remind me of something, but I don't remember what. Help. I need guidance. Also, I should probably mute the TV. Wasn't that Chrono Cross character voting? It was Chrono Cross, gotcha. Thank you. Alright, so in Zelda Twilight Princess HD, you just kind of wander around aimlessly. Until your cat tells you where to go. I get the feeling that little by little we're getting closer to the sky. Let's do what we can for now, Link. Okay, we're gonna get closer to the sky. I remember what to do now. Last time, I was looking for the owl statues. That is exactly right. So your character is a young farmhand named Link, who was grown up in isolation. His best friend being a talking baby, and a girl who forgets him, like, literally a minute or two after they depart. In fact, it's kind of strange considering he doesn't even have any kind of speech skills. So as Link, your identity here is rancher, who then dons armored tunic. This is all in Hyrule Historia, by the way. Sometimes late at night, Link would go and look up at the stars. And he would wonder if someone, somewhere, was looking up at the same stars as him. He found out years later that it was, in fact, his father. Who was his father, you may ask? Papa Oku. The king of the Oku birds. That's right, Link is the progenitor of all of the chickens in Hyrule. Now you know. I'm assuming I can't do a whole lot else with this. Like, I'm looking around, doesn't seem like it. So we're just gonna go this way. Deepest plot. I know, this is a good plot. Why is it that there are no deer in this particular forest, yet, you know, I'm driving here in New York City, and there's nearly a fucking massive accident because of 3 deer stumbling across the road. It's a mixed up, muddled up, shook up world. Except for Lola. Lola. I pray to the dear God every time I stream. I'm like, dear God, please give me a sign that you're there, you're watching. So, I've been rewatching Game of Thrones Season 5. Mainly with the commentary on, because I find that shit fascinating. Aside from Dorne, and a few dumb things that were changed in the book, and I'm not gonna spoil anything, but if you are still watching Game of Thrones, you're not caught up, you might not want to look at the chat, just in case. But, man, it was a really good season. Volantis is the most recent episode I saw when a certain lovable combination of characters is sailing through Volantis. What was the name of the city that was destroyed in the ruin, or the great, whatever the fuck it was, the cataclysm? Was it Volantis? And there was ruins while they were on the boat. Or was it Valeria? It's Valeria. I was incorrect. Yeah. I gotta get my nerd shit right. For a second, I was wondering what the fuck am I supposed to do here, but now, beautiful. It was Jersey City? Was that in Game of Thrones? Also, the game sounds a bit low. I know I just put the volume down a little bit, but I'm gonna just budgie it up a little bit. Yeah, George R.R. Martin is actually from New Jersey. I've mentioned this a few times, but in interviews, he said that some of the inspiration for Game of Thrones was, in fact, Staten Island. He used to look over the river and see Staten Island on all the ships, and he used to wonder, like, what was here? Like, how cool it must be to be on the other side of this river. And he pictured like a fantasy land over here on Staten Island. And then years later, he said when he finally got here, he was like vastly disappointed. That's our claim to fame, I guess. Last year though was pretty cool because he came to we have a little baseball stadium for the Staten Island Yankees, who are only about 20% as corrupt as the real Yankees. And, as a Yankee fan, I regret being a Yankee fan. But he basically signed books. I got my book signed, I got a little picture with him, and, it was cool. He was a really cool dude. And a wolf took a piss and a shit on the field. Or maybe it was just a piss, I'm not sure. No, I don't remember exactly, but I'm not gonna get that Poe. I don't really care, actually. Alright, there's a person. Fucking, we can transform in front of this dude. Who's he gonna tell? His birds? He's gonna think he's tripping on, like, forest dew mixed with psilocybic shrooms. It's fine. Vinny, I was at that game. Did you get the hat? I got the hat. I still have that hat. They were selling those hats on eBay for a very, very large sum of money. The Staten Island Direwolves. That's what they called the team. Stream count dropped by 2 since Vinny said he was a Yankee fan. Well, I'm a very loose Yankees fan. I don't really care about sports a whole lot. So, when I say I'm a Yankee fan, it's like I was indoctrinated. The same way I was forced to go to Catholic school when I was younger, without really understanding what was happening. I was, you know, I was basically indoctrinated into the church of the New York Yankees. It wasn't until years later I realized that they can kinda eat a dick. Glory days are over. They were fun to watch in the late 90s. And, it's just the problem with being a Yankee fan is that everyone else hates you. Even New Yorkers that aren't Yankee fans have a passion of hatred against the Yankees. You know, Mets fans in particular is what I'm talking about. There were no Yankee glory days. Babe Ruth, DiMaggio, Mickey Mantle. I mean, those guys weren't bums. Yogi Berra. Those were the cool guys of the sport. But I mean, you know, if you're born not in New York and you're not, like, told to be a Yankee fan when you're a kid, then yeah, they're assholes. I get it. Sports are a really good method for, making people dislike each other right off the bat. So, for that reason alone, I tend to avoid. I like friends from around the country. I don't like having to choose a side because of a sports team I may or may not like, so I just don't care anymore. Oh, right off the bat, I made a pun! Yeah, I got 1,000 rupees, by the way. God damn. This game and its rupee count. Always. Oh, come on, it sucks. Hey, I wonder if that treasure chest is just more rupees. On the off chance that it's a heart piece, I want to see this through. Yeah! Fit it right in that little nook and cranny. Ready for disappointment? If you're ready for it, then it'll soften the blow. Yeah. Yeah, it's rupees. Yeah. Yeah. Well, at least we can say we got it. All owls acquired! Good job, Link! So, I want you guys to tell me something interesting. Tell me something, like a really interesting fact. Really interesting. While you do that, I'm going to chow on a little bit of cereal. Two people nearly at the same time just typed, "Echidnas have four-headed cocks." Two people in the chat, nearly at the exact same time. Another person is telling me that whale penises are called dorks, which I knew. So, I didn't ask for dick facts. I didn't say, "Oh, chimpanzee that cock news." There are more life forms under your skin, on your skin, than there are people on the planet. Whoa. There are more stars in the universe than atoms. Wait a minute, no. No. Wait, what? I don't think I like this game anymore. This is a bad game. Alright, yeah, I'm learning about microscopic worms living in my eyes. penises. Owls are actually very stupid animals from someone in chat named Owls. Regrettably. Asking questions to a chat room of thousands of people could only lead to bad information. Okay, you guys hear crackles now? That's just the microphone. That's what that is. It sounds like it's chewing on cereal. That's just the microphone. Ah, Link, did you read my letter? As it turned out, the word that I learned from you didn't do anything for the statues I found. After all that, I wonder how that word was supposed to be used. Is that the book from last time? There are more letters in the word than the last time I looked at this. How did you investigate? Link, this is amazing! Amazing! Now this must be the word we need. Let's try it immediately. What can this mean? I thought we had solved the last of the riddles. Blast, how confounding. I must apologize, Link. I need to cool off a tad before I mull the problem further. This is a good room to save and quit in, by the way, if you're playing the Wii version that came out. You know, when it first came out. Imagine getting this far, and then getting your game stuck and losing all your progress. It's like nearly 30 hours of gameplay. There is a way to just cheap yourself down here, by the way. Apparently. We tried this last time. So I'm really hungry, I'm just gonna eat. Like, you guys can just read this to yourself, sorry. He's got great socks, I know, his socks are awesome. Just, I'll just go slow, and you can read all this. I'm almost ready. Amazing camera angle. A cannon, huh? What do you plan to do with this, Link? Yeah, then I'll warp it. That guy's still watching us. Yeah, can you fuck off for a few minutes? I gotta go bring this to a clown. Yeah, I gotta turn into a wolf and have my cat warp us to a clown so that we can fix the cannon and get shot into the sky where we can roam the land of the chickens with human heads and tits on their neck. That's all accurate information, by the way. Perhaps I am in your way. Ah, well, forgive me for not realizing. I should just disappear at times like this, really. Let me know the results another time, Link. Ah, yes, let me give you some last advice. It seems to be broken, so you'd do well to show it to a cannon expert first, I should say. Farewell. Grimgrum, if you're talking about the shirts, they're already available. I don't know if you ordered one and they didn't ship. Email Second City Prints. There's a bundle now, by the way, for a shirt plus CD, and I think we're gonna try to do pins for free at some point. Too. I don't know though. I wonder if I put them off. But yeah, if you didn't get it, I don't have anything to do. I'm not actually shipping the stuff out. Where is the clown fella? How much does it cost for a clown to fix a cannon? I mean, if you were a clown, that's not your primary method of living, right? I mean, your clowning is how you get paid. That's the dream. The dream is being able to clown at your own, you know, at your own whim. So once you become a clown and then you fix cannons on the side, I mean, do you really need any more than that to be happy? As happy as this fella? Look at that happiness. It just emanates from that red, spongy nose. I think he's an alcoholic, actually. Hey, buddy. So, is that yours? Hey, buddy, I never thought you'd get so hooked on fantastication that you try to build your own cannon. This is like the 5th voice I've cycled through for this clown. So, you gonna give me the tour or what? Looks like you got a serious rig over there. Oh, it's kind of retro, huh? There's no ignition device, so you can't even use it. Listen, buddy, I suppose I might be able to fix it for you. I mean, maybe. Well, that is, if you could pay me 300 rupees in advance. What do you say? I knew you'd see the light, buddy. I'll just be a sec. A sec meaning how many days? 2 days, 3 days, 3, that's 3. 4. Like at least 5 days. Link just sat and watched and ate oats. He ate the things that you have to use to call Epona. Here you go, buddy. All working as it should, I think. It may look like junk, but this thing's got some powerful innards. You'd be knocking on the door of the heavens. Wait, that's copyrighted. Seriously, bud, it might be rough. So, I'm sorry for soaking you for the dough. I'll leave you alone then. Well, you just have all the fun you want, okay, buddy? We're gonna have fantastication. What could be more fantastic than a cannon somewhat shaped like a chicken and a clown fantasticating you? How did they know? What the fuck is this technology?
Welcome to Canon Travel. Where you going? Gaia's Navel? Or the Water Palace? Gracious, we made it back, finally! Welcome, adventurer! This is the Sky City of Oka! Since you came all this way, I guess I can give you a tour of the city? Eek!
Smoke. Smoke. My left ear is getting fucked by chickens. Goodness, brave adventurer. You won't believe it. There's a dragon raging outside the city walls. I'm terribly worried about everyone. I'm going to check the shop for survivors. Yeah, I remember this being a pretty cool dungeon, but also, you know, a little annoying. Well, we're gonna find out how annoying. Also, I'm cutting this at 3 on the dot. I'm not going later than 3 today. Like 3 or 3:10 the latest, or maybe 3:20, maybe 3:30 if we're really in a pinch. 3:40 is possible, but definitely not 3:60. Are these the chairs from, like, Men in Black? Remember when Will Smith has to write on his exam? What the fuck is this music and this store and everything? And it's so weird. This game is so weird between this and Mallow. Okay, I don't know what the fuck you're saying. You are Hylian, no? I speak a little Hylian. You understand me? Is there something you're interested in? Yeah, can you, like... What are you? Tell me what you are. Sorry for earlier adventure. You're planning on walking around the city and taking it in, right? I'm worried about the others. This is an emergency. I can't just stand around waiting. Please take me too. I won't help you warp to the surface, but I will bring you back to the shop anytime. Substantial green nip. So, I'm pretty much, like, done with this game. I don't want to look at it. Every time I play it, it's either a mallow or a chicken with neck tits. This needs to stop. Anyway, welcome to the Sky Dungeon, or as I like to call it, Proto Skyward Sword. The music kind of sounds like children laughing. Like they're laughing at you. Because you're up here and... You're the one that has to save the chickens. Vinny, they're called Oko. Okay. Alright, they're not chickens, and I'm getting sick and tired of hearing you call them chickens. Vinny, you misspelled Twilight Princess tonight. No. It's spelled Princees. I went to school for this shit. God. Am I gonna have to interact with them? Oh, they're on the walls. Oh god! That's a fun sound effect. Just hearing an Oku scream like this. I for one, am looking forward to a whole dungeon worth of that. It's the chicken's fault. No, 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 no! Oh, they don't die. They come back? Oh no. Oh, okay. Whoops. Oh. Okay. Alright, alright, I see how this dungeon's gonna work now. There's gonna be a lot of- oh, no, 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 no! Alright. There may be, in fact, some button mashing happen today. There's some button mashed potatoes happening, and I need to start, you know, using my brain a bit. I'm gonna use the noggin. What the hell happened there? Does anyone here remember a store? I don't know if it was a chain, I don't know if there were a number of these stores, but does anyone here remember a store from when they were young called Noodle Cadoodle? I'm wondering if this wasn't just some, like, acid fever dream. One person says yes. 2. Maybe, like, 4 or 5 people. Okay, like, about 6 or 7 people know what I'm talking about. 3 of which are lying, just to agree. But everyone else, yeah, so then I definitely didn't just imagine it. That was just some store that I had these weird memories of that I don't really... like, I can't really place them. It's just... like a vague kind of feeling that I was at a store at some point in my life called Noodle Cadoodle. Anyway, yeah, they sold, like, you know, books and toys and stuff to make you smarter. Like, do you know, when you were younger, and your parents tried to trick you and your relatives tried to trick you into thinking that they had bought you a toy, but in fact it was something that was designed to maybe get you a little bit smarter? That was that store. Someone just said, I thought they sold pasta. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, this is not a pasta. I guess it sounds like it could be a pasta place. Noodles, right? Noodle. And what is the noodles made out of? What the fuck is a cadoodle? Oh no. Alright, next topic. It is a real store though. Okay, good. I'm glad that other people have had a similar experience. Has that happened to anyone else? Where you thought, like, you imagined something and then at some point other people have a similar experience? Like of a movie that you maybe weren't sure was a dream or not? And then like 10 years later, 20 years later, well maybe 10 would be a more appropriate number, but let's say 10 years later you're like, wait a minute, I thought that was a dream. And then you find out, you know, Harrison Ford confirms, he goes, it was a movie. YouTube stream is broken. It's down. Not that there's a whole lot I can do about that. Yeah, the Bernstein Bears, I know all about that. Berenstain, as opposed to Berenstein. I just thought it was Bernstein. Like Dr. Bernstein's, you know, medical office of medicine and medical offices. It should be back up in a minute. Hang on a sec. How about you guys know about the Flintsteins? Like, whoa, 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 that is not the claw shot! I'll inform those who are unaware of this Berenstain controversy. Make no mistake, it is a controversy. Seemed like a fairly reasonable solution to that. Voice crack. I'm 30 years old. Yeah, voice crack. I was gonna say, the Bernstein Bears thing is, I remember when I was a kid, I only had a few of them, but I remember Bernstein. That's the name of the books. The Bernstein Bears, right? And then, years later, I find out that people are discussing that there's a split in the timeline, and that we're actually living in a parallel dimension, because they thought it was Bernstein as well, but apparently it's Berenstain, S-T-A-I-N, as opposed to Steen. Now, I'm just gonna go ahead and say that I think, being a young twat, I thought it was Bernstein, but it probably was Berenstain. You know, because it just... what the fuck is a stain? You see Steen all the time. You know, that's a lot of people's last names. Somethingstein, Goldstein, Blowstein. I don't know. Or the A looked a little bit like an E, and you just kind of like, you know, since the reading was at a low level, you just kind of processed all the words, all the letters at once, and you didn't like take in the A. I don't know, it's really hard to say. I would love to believe in a parallel dimension where the timeline split, and for some reason the only thing that changed was a children's book about bears. I would love to believe that, but I'm sorry, it's really a difficult concept for me to swallow, so I'm not gonna swallow it. I'm gonna spit it right back out, and I'm gonna say that I was just an asshole, and I read it as Steen, even though it was Stain. But yeah, I didn't make this up. This is a big thing on the internet. Type it. If you're interested, type parallel universe or parallel Bernstein bears, and you'll see a fuckload of articles about this. Because once it got a little traction, you know, as many clickbait titles as possible were made to, try to turn this into a spooky Twilight Zone! Like, when I was younger, I thought it was the Flintsteins. And then I realized, no, that's just... I'm just an asshole. and then it all made sense. And that's as far as I can progress this way. I have a lot of people telling me they think Vinesauce is actually spelled V-I-N-E-S-A-U-C-E. In fact, it's V-I-N-E-S-E-U-C-E. Vinesauce. Like Beetlejuice? Beetlejoust. Beetlejoust. Thank you for that, dragon. Oh, thank you, J-Dub. Glad you like the music. I talked about it. I'm not gonna go into a whole big tangent. You can watch my streams on the Full Sauce channel from yesterday if you want to hear how our first show went. I have a few problems with it. It didn't sound good from a technical standpoint because there was a pedal on. It was a mess. That's cool. But also it was a lot of nerves. It was the first show nerves. I'm not too happy with it, but we're gonna try to get one locally, and that'll be cool. But you know, the expression "we'll get him next time." I think a lot of people who are in bands that play music out kind of have a similar sentiment where, you know, you kind of suck one night and you'll ride that for a little while until you do well another night. And that's kind of where I'm at. I'm more motivated to get it right next time. I don't mind so much though. I'm glad that I broke through a lot of those nerves just to get up there and do something on stage far away, in a faraway land of sheep and Pennsylvania. But it was a good time overall. I had a fucking blast. I loved it. Loved the town, loved the people. A lot of Vinesauce people were there. Like I said, they were really, really cool. Mike did a great job. And, yeah, it was good. Had a good time. Was it Larry David? No, it was, Howard Stern that said before he would go on Letterman, like his entire, like, previous 2 weeks would be completely fucked up with nerves. He wouldn't be able to sleep. I used to be like that. I used to hate the idea of, like, having to do something or, like, you know, do a panel at a convention. That would have been horrifying, but now it's not so bad. I don't mind it as much. And John Lennon would puke before Beatle gigs. Like, almost every one of them, apparently he would throw up. So I'm luckily not on that level. My ritual is... I think I have a ritual. It's a cup of coffee. Cup of coffee in the big time! Yeah! And... a whiskey on the rocks. I am fucking John Lennon. Hey, check this out. Link's hat, people are in chat are freaking out about Link's hat right now. How does it stay on? How does it survive the wind? And the answer to that question, my friends, is it's actually stapled to his head. Do you know who stapled it to his head? An expert in stapling. That clown fella. Yep. I don't know what I was expecting. Why do I... what is this chicken? I know how to solve the puzzle now. I can't believe that worked! I think I just sequence broke the dungeon a little bit, which is probably not going to help me in the long run, but that was amazing. It was too good not to do it. I can't believe that actually worked. I loved it. I loved every second of it. Here we go. Practice for my Splatoon semifinals. Wow, you're a dick. Wow, you're a fucking dick. Right, I forgot about those enemies. That's an enemy you haven't seen since the first dungeon, actually. So, yeah, that one's not made an appearance in quite a while. It's just making me think of house centipedes. 'Tis the season. Idiotic intellectuality. Intellectuality. Dog, this is not about my intellectuality. Yeah. Did you see what happened? The centipede jumped up as I was jumping over. And slightly altered my trajectory. Ever so slightly, enough for me to fucking miss the platform and fall into the abyss. That's good stuff. Ah, that one was my fault. Never mind. Yeah, that one, totally my fault. Can't say shit now. Please, thank you. Please fuck off. Am I even supposed to be in this room yet? Probably not. No, somewhere I'm probably gonna get stuck. Whatever. Whatever, we'll cross that road when we get there, which will probably be soon. Then again, maybe I am supposed to be here. Who knows? Alright. Now's not the time for that, Link. I just need you to put the damn sword away. You're okay, Vin? You just missed a crystal switch? Oh, okay. I didn't see it. I did not see it. Oh, that's how you do that. Okay. Listen to it scream! God almighty. What a wretched, wretched howl. It's just like pilot wings.
claw these things from the walls? Yes, I can, by the neck! Oh, some terse neck meat. Some particularly terse neck meat to grapple onto. Shit. Okay, that did not look like it was grabbed by the neck, but I'm not gonna complain. Someone said, I'm reading about parallel universes now thanks to you, Vinny. I'm sorry. I kind of wish parallel universes existed. In the sense that I could, like, visit them. Maybe that's why Rick and Morty is, like, a really good show for me. Maybe it's why I like that show so much. I've always thought about, like, what would it have sounded like if, like, John Lennon or, you know, obviously I'm talking about Liam Gallagher. That's who I'm talking about, of course, but if John fucking Lennon got up like an hour later on one particular day and wrote a completely different song than, say, Strawberry Fields. You know, what's the entire alternate parallel reality of the entire Beatles catalog of music, for example? Or, like, Stanley Kubrick only did about a dozen films, right? And I really like his movies because I'm a pretentious cunt. But what if I could visit a parallel universe where Stanley Kubrick's Napoleon movie was actually made? That's the kind of stuff I think about from time to time. Or an alternate dimension where the Star Wars prequels were actually really good. Maybe not directed and written by Lucas. That bird's dead. Or what about an alternate reality where Twilight Princess became a different thing? Like, what would be the alternate name of this game if it was in a parallel dimension? Berenstain Universe. No, Berenstain Princess. No. Crenando's Crescendo. The Legend of Zelda, Crenando's Crescendo. What about an alternate goodbye. What about an alternate universe where I've never once spouted a meme? Now, impossible, you may think to yourself. You may find yourself living in a shotgun shack, you may think to yourself. But, you know, I'd say, man, almost anything is possible. Mallow is the main character in the alternate dimension. So not okay with that. Take it back. I think I need the doubler for this one. Yep, that was bad. Rip. I forget, there was someone who I was talking to that hated anything to do with parallel dimensions and parallel universes. Just someone in my life somewhere. I don't know who. I find that concept to be really interesting. So, I mean, I think it's... Like, how do you not like that idea? I don't know, it just seems really fun to think about. Well, Chrono Cross, you know, this is a conversation we really should be having while I stream Chrono Cross. And we will, again, because Chrono Cross deals with that exact subject. And incidentally, I'm streaming it, like, right now. Not right now, but right now-ish. Was I thinking of that half A button press guy? Yes. Yes. Does not look like it felt good. You know, I was actually looking for the boots there, and I couldn't find them. Sometimes, like, when I don't... I'll be totally honest. Sometimes if my character's standing completely still, I'm either thinking about what to do, or waiting for someone in the chat to tell me what to do. But that usually doesn't happen for like 15 seconds because of the chat delay. That time was an exception, because I was looking and I could not find my boots. Anyway, mini-boss time. It's Lisa. Okay. Oh! Jesus! You don't even need the boots for this? You serious? I thought, like, the boots anchored you to the floor so that you could bring him to you. I swear I wasn't going for style points. I just figured Link wasn't heavy enough to actually bring a fucking armored lizard to him. So long, rupees. No, sir. No, sir. You're just gonna do it quick. Now this is a good use of this tunic. Got plenty of rupees, don't need to buy anything anytime soon, maybe. Just wanted to be careful. Thank you, Goofy. It was a sub. I'm not just randomly thanking Goofy for getting me, you know, a victory on the mini-boss. You got another claw shot. Is this the only Zelda game where you find two of the same item? Aside from, you know, the obvious, like, bottles and stuff like that. But has there ever been another Zelda game where you actually get two of the exact same item? Link's Awakening? The Power Glove. Well, you get an upgraded Power Glove, no? Skyward Sword and Link's Awakening. Long shot comes close, okay. That's good. Shields and Link to the Past. Okay. Well, no, I mean, this is a pretty... I mean, this is an item you get from a dungeon, and an item you get from a dungeon. This isn't like a double overworld. What was in Link's Awakening? Was that a, was it a double boomerang or something? Someone in chat just said double boomerang. 2 claw shots and Skyward Sword, but you get them at the same time. Okay, that counts, kinda. I was wondering if, like, maybe you get... This is probably the only time you get 2 of the same things in the same thing. You know what I mean? Double shekels. I am a really big fan of this, by the way. I love this. Really, really cool concept. Really fun. Almost Spider-Man. I'm almost Spider-Man. Spider-Man is like the Sonic of the superhero world. Yeah, look at me, I got attitude. Yeah, I'm gonna swing and go fast. I'm a spider, eat a dick. I'm kidding. You know I'm joking, right? Someone else said, are you sure it's not Flash? Yeah, I mean, obviously, he can go real fast, but I'm talking mainly about the attitude. This is Spidey shit. To be fair, if this was a Spider-Man video game, it would be, like, that gap would be crossed in 1 second flat. Have you guys seen Vape Face? Where the person, they were doing face swap, and you know, I'm hip on all the newest memes on the internet. I know what's up. But they were doing a face swap thing, and one person blew a cloud of vape smoke, and it turned into like the face went into the smoke. No? Ugh. Alright, I'm sorry, but I have to show you this. It's so stupid. But yet, I was like looking at it deliriously very late one night, and I laughed out loud really hard. There's just something about this. It's like the very essence of the vape. Here, let me show you. It like the smoke becomes a face. It's so good. It is so good. I don't know why it's funny. What is this? The phone that vapes? Look at the related video. Next up is a phone that vapes. No, I'm done. This is a rabbit hole I do not wish to go down. I do not wish to go down that vape hole. Do you guys know about YouTube K-holes? I'm sure many of you have gone on one. Where you're just like... You're starting on something like... Alright, here, I'll give you an example of something I may have watched. Queen Live. I'm watching a live performance of Queen. And then that turns into... the Queen of England. And then... like a documentary about London. And then... maybe... like London broil cooking video. And then after that... it'll be like how to cook... how to cook dank coals for your, you know, for your... what's it called? Your hookah. And then you get to vape video. So from Queen to vape, there's a YouTube K-hole. Those things can last hours. Sometimes I like to do that and just go to sleep, or like, just put it on like TV. Like, I don't have cable down here, aside from Xbox, One, which I barely watch. But, sometimes I'll do that, and I'll just, like, fall asleep and wake up an hour later, and I'm in a totally, completely unrelated territory. There was, oh man, what was it? I was watching, Every Frame a Painting, which is a channel about, not sure if I'm going the right way. I'm actually gonna refill my potions, I think. Let me see if I missed anything in here, and then... yeah, I know about the Wikipedia challenge. It's a very similar concept, yeah. But, yeah, Every Frame a Painting, which just takes a look at movies and how they're shot. And, it's pretty good stuff. There's some interesting videos there. And that turned into, like, sick CSGO kill streaks. And as a fan of CSGO, you know, that's cool and all, but no. No, that's not what I wanted. Yeah, I'm just gonna do burb. Burb will make- I resist the burb. But in this case, I'm gonna have to do it. Someone in chat just said, I got from smoking hazards to the mystery of the Sphinx. Oh, that's what's up. Yeah, YouTube K-holes are fun to go on sometimes. I don't know how the recommended algorithm works, but I think I was watching, like, AVGN one time. And I liked AVGN's newest video, by the way, how he was talking about how, you know, all the Mega Man games were, first of all, looked amazingly shitty, and it was a wonderfully well put together video. But I also really liked how he kind of made the hint that too much of a good thing is a bad thing. And he was like, you know, we're gonna take a break from AVGN for a little bit. Not necessarily take a break, but it's like, you know, it's a good thing, it should come back every now and then, but it doesn't have to be all the time. And I really appreciate the sentiment of that. But, anyway, I think one time I was watching AVGN, I think it actually, YouTube took me to one of my own videos, which, I mean, I may seem like a narcissist, but I gotta be honest, like, if I'm trying to sleep, and I hear myself, that shit's gonna wake me right up. And I will rush for the remote to turn that off. It's like, oh, what is this? Who's this fucking horrible, like, laugh? Like, what is this laugh? It's waking me up. Ah! And then it's me. So I'm not entirely sure what I'm supposed to be doing right now, but we're gonna wing it. I'm gonna look around here and see if I can find something. I think I gotta... Pretty obvious I gotta turn this fan on, right? I mean... Okay, who did... Alright. Who did the sky thing better? Metroid Prime 3? Or this game? Or Skyward Sword? Because Metroid Prime 3 had like a futuristic sky city. So I see that up there, I'm not sure. How do you judge your own music if you hate your voice? No, I can listen to my... It's work. You know, I don't mind. I'm over it, but... If I'm gonna, like, sit there and have to watch one of my whole videos, I'm good. Someone just said, I like your voice, but your laugh could be better. I know. But I can imagine, like, someone expecting me to change my laugh, like, you know, you should really work on that. How do you do that? How is that possible? I have to go to, like, laugh therapy for years. Find the boss key. Nah, it's all good. I'm not really, like I said, I'm not really a big fan of my laugh, but some things you just have to live with. Let me check the mini-map. There are... Oh. God, this is a huge fucking dungeon. There's so many treasure chests that I missed. I know where to go. Yep, you know, it was the spot with the fucking Dargon. Dances with Dargons, the new Kevin Costner movie. I don't actually mind listening if I'm editing. I would say editing actually helped me kind of laugh. Changing your laugh is hard, because if it's genuine, that's just how it is, I think. I've been more reserved about it these days, but I was able to kind of change some of the inflections in my voice and kind of work on some of the things I didn't like about my voice. And in order to do that, I had to spend a few years editing my own videos. And when you listen to yourself for a number of hours a week, you tend to find things about yourself that you're not a fan of, and it's like, alright, well, I need to be a little bit more energetic, I need to be a little bit more enunciative. Is that even a word? I don't know. But there's definitely things I've done that I feel were of a benefit to my stream and my streaming. So yeah, that takes a little bit of that. As for singing, it's the same thing, really. I mean, I've had to listen to myself sing a number of times to get better at it. And, I don't actually hate my singing voice. I actually... I'm not really in love with it, but I do like it. And, I think it's a pleasing tone. I like the tone of my voice. It doesn't annoy me. Which I guess is a benefit, considering that's the singing voice I have. So yeah, I'm definitely, I'm okay to, like, edit music and do takes until I get it right. That's no problem. But if I'm trying to sleep and I have to hear this annoying asshole laugh, you know, in one of his goofy-ass videos, aka a goofy-ass Vinesauce video, yeah, I'm gonna get up and turn that shit off. So, that's my story, I'm sticking to it. I have full potions. I'm just wondering... because there was a treasure chest over there. It's probably a fucking stupid rupee or a stamp or something, but... I remember this room. I don't know why I remember this room, but I do. Like I said, a lot of this game's specifics are very shaky, but I do remember this. Intradasting. So I have some confirmation about PAX this year. Like I said, I am going to PAX East. I wasn't sure I was at first, but I'm confirmed for PAX East. If you go to PAX East and you want to say hello or have me devalue one of your items with a signature, then you can do that. I know for sure one day I'll be around is 4:30 p.m. Eastern on Friday, the 22nd, at the Screenwave booth. I don't know where that will be, but we'll find out the day of. And, so, mark that down. And, yeah. Definitely come by and say hello. I actually do enjoy meeting people, despite not sounding overly enthusiastic about it. I'm not kidding, I do enjoy it. What I don't necessarily like are when we do meetups at like Comic-Con and there's like 30 to 40 people surrounding me in a semicircle. That can be a little bit disconcerting, because I don't know exactly how to, like, I have to really try to, like, get everyone involved in some kind of conversation. I end up just telling people to talk amongst themselves. It's much better that way. Voice crack. But yeah, that's what I'll be doing. I'm also I was invited by Newegg to check out some dank new gaming technology. I don't know what that's going to entail, but you know, I'm sure I'll have lots of cool stories about PAX when I come back. Feed me, Seymour! Really the only thing that makes sense. Oh, come on, really? Link and his incredibly awkward, premature victory poses. Let's see. I will be there Saturday. Sunday is debatable. I'm not entirely sure how many days I'd like to stay. If the weather's nice, and Saturday night is alright, maybe. Alright. Someone said they want to meet me, but they're worried because they're anxious and they don't want to make an ass of themselves. Listen, I'm the biggest ass on Twitch. I'm not judging. Trust me, there's no judgment. Just if you know, you're there, you want to say hello, you watch the streams. You want to like spout a meme about like RP or Sponge or whatever, you can do that. I don't bite. I mean, your time could probably be better spent elsewhere, to be totally honest. I mean, there's all these great games, there's like, you know, VR shit. There's all these cool, like, merch booths and everything, and yet, you know, you're gonna see me? Like, I'm not VR. I'm not a video game. I'm not even a goblet. And that's the most depressing fact of all of the facts. Finally went and did it. Finally out of arrows. Don't do it. Don't do it, Bat. Do not knock me off. I will fuck you up. Whoa, that happened very quickly. Can I tell you anything about too many games? Yeah, having too many games isn't usually a good thing, because that means that you've spent a lot of money on other games. And the games that you're trying to play currently, you know, you just got too many of them. And I'm being very, very funny, like a clown right now. But that's my sense of humor, I like to be like a clown. I bet there's a lot of people here in the theater tonight. Get them up against the wall. Against the wall! No, really though, I bet there's a lot of people that have Steam libraries, kinda like mine, that are just clusterfucked with games that you got on sales or humble bundles. And you probably only played like 50% of them, completed, or maybe completed 50% of them, played 60% of them, who knows. Yeah, heart piece. And a free refill, too. I like that. I like that a lot. That I don't like. Yeah, I definitely misjudged my jump there. I mean, it's bad for me. A lot of people send me Steam gifts that some of which I don't accept because they get lost in my emails. And I always appreciate it. Sometimes it's hard to remember the names of people that gift me stuff. So that's why sometimes I'm just like totally aloof about that, but the thing is, I get a lot of Steam games and I tell people like don't do that because I may not play them. Like be sure to email me first and let me know what you want to buy for me. Otherwise you might be making a big mistake and wasting your money. A lot of people have sent me games that they wanted me to stream and I didn't stream them. I felt really bad about that. But I mean, I'm only one person and you know, the problem is, let's say I get a new Steam game each week, and let's say every 2 weeks, one person wants me to stream a game they send me, which is about an accurate estimate. It's a lot of fucking games that build up over time, that people want me to stream. And, you know how stubborn I am with games. I don't like to stream the things I don't want to stream. So that's too many games. But yeah, my Steam library, aside from that too, is just fucked with like shitty simulators. With like really just god-awful, the worst of the worst. Not that I'm necessarily complaining, but there's a lot of games that are not even installed, that have zero, the big fat donut, 0 hours of playtime, 0 minutes of playtime. Now, to the real point, the convention, too many games. Too many games, the convention, I think is in June. And I have a panel. I have a flannel. I'll be wearing a flannel to my panel. And it'll just be a Q&A and, well, I don't know, just, I don't really like to plan stuff. Maybe we'll, if someone figures out something interesting for me to talk about, I can talk about that for a while. Who knows? A flannel panel while I'm wearing flannel. What's this? It's like a lot of little rooms offshooting from this one room. Yeah, we're gonna have, I think there's, if we're lucky, we're gonna have a Vinesauce table this year. It's a small enough convention where we're, you know, somewhat of a big thing there. There's gonna be Nostalgia Critic and AVGN, Mike Matei, a number of other people that I'm definitely forgetting. But, it's my favorite convention by far, because it's small. They treat me really well. It's easy to talk to people and meet people. And last year there was a guitar convention at the same time, so that was pretty fucking cool. And Red Vox is probably, I think it's a, I don't know if it's a definite, depending on what time they can give us, because some of the members of our band might not be able to make it at a certain time due to like work and other obligations. But I'm really trying, I'm pushing, and it looks like we got a gig, so Red Vox will actually be playing at Too Many Gigs. Yeah, that's the name of it. Yeah. But yeah, my band is probably gonna play, so if you want, bring plenty of tomatoes and onions and throw them on stage. Hopefully by then I'll suck a little bit less. There's a fucking Poe over there. First name Poe, last name Dameron. I can hear scuttling down there, like scootling. I keep thinking it's a fucking gold Skulltula. Then I realize I'm not playing Ocarina. Can I grab the chest? No, not in this game. In this game, the claw shot does not grab onto treasure chests. Who vapes first? I vape first? You vape first? Sure what the fucking point of being down there. Oh, wait. Up here? No. I am a bit trifled, and that's not even the right word for this situation. Yep, you know, insanity is repeating the same thing over and over again, expecting different oh, there you are. How did I not see you? You mother of fuck. Oh god. Suddenly it makes sense why there's a whole segment down there. God. Okay. Gotcha. I ever attend San Diego Comic-Con, I really don't like traveling all that much. And, it's expensive. I would consider it, but it's not in the cards right now. I think... I don't even really like conventions all that much. I do when they're spaced out. Like... You know, Boston, that's a bit of a drive. So I'm not sure if I'm making that drive yet, or if I'm getting a ride. Right? But that... Okay, fine, I'll do that. That's a weekend. Then Too Many Games, that's easy. That's only about an hour and 45 minutes to 2 hours away. So that's okay. But anything on West Coast, and anything more than like 2 or 3 conventions a year, and I could see myself getting really burnt out on them really quickly. Like I know some people, some YouTubers that go to like 8 or 9 or 10 conventions a year. But I mean, also keep in mind too, I'm kind of paying for these things out of pocket. You know, I'm not like getting like, and only Too Many Games is the one that I can go for free, which is nice, and probably another reason why I like that one so much. But in any other case, there's definitely cost of travel and lodging, and it can get expensive, you know. And you know, when I think about someone like Bill Shatner, we're on first name terms, Bill and I, you know. But when I think about like William Shatner or like the Star Trek people, like they actually get paid to go to conventions, you know what I mean? Like they'll do an autograph thing, they'll do a panel, and they'll get paid by the people to be there. And that's why some people go, like some of the bigger names, and say, you know, entertainment, YouTube, maybe, I don't know. I'm sure there are plenty of YouTubers that get paid to go to conventions. I have not had such a privilege. And you know, again, I really hate to sound greedy or come across as a shekel lord here, but it kind of makes the trip worthwhile if you don't have to lose money to go to a thing, and you can make your cost. It's like for some people, it's like a job. So while I like the East Coast stuff, I like going to Too Many Games. I like New York Comic Con a lot, and I really enjoy those. I don't see myself wanting to go to more or travel further, because that shit is just expensive and really, really, far. That's, yeah. Flying can be expensive. But when I think about Bill, like, good old Bill, Billy Schatzberg, you know, the man himself, Captain Kirk, like, that dude can go to, like, you know, and he still does, at the age of almost, I think he's 85 now, or 84. That dude will go to, like, you know, 8 or 9 conventions a year, but he gets paid top dollar. But you have to, I guess you kind of have to think, that dude's probably got way more money than he'll ever need. I think what fuels him is, to be totally frank, I think ego is what fuels him at his age. And also, he once said, like, as he's getting older, he just wants to keep working. He doesn't want to slow down. He said if he slows down, he'll die. I know it's a little morbid, sorry, but in his case, what keeps him going is the work, and is probably his ego, but also just doing something and not just sitting idly and letting the world pass him by. Like, the dude keeps active, and I will always give him credit for that. 84, 85 looks pretty good. You know, always busy, always doing something. There's probably like 1 or 2 days a month that the dude actually sits down and relaxes. He is apparently kind of a dick. Go back. Hang on. Let me see what's going on here.
Vinny, go back. Go the other way. Really? Hang on, what's the other way? Also, Maverick, my deepest condolences. I just scrolled up and saw it. I missed a chest. You know, I definitely will go to bed in a few minutes. I just really want to get this chest. Can I get this now, or? Oh, I see what I have to do here. I have to go back the other way. I understand. I thought at first, before I got involved in the Will Shatner, the Billy Balls Shatner conversation, I thought that I was going the optional way. This, in fact, is the optional way. And the way I was going is the correct way. I know, for a lot of people, money is kind of like the prime motivating factor for everything. You know, like I remember that some of the people I used to work with, they would always find some reason that someone did anything and relate it back to money. Like, oh, they only did that for the money. But then, like, you know, you think about, like, people that have all the money. Like, why did Harrison Ford do Star Wars? You know, is it the money? Because that dude is already fucking rich to the point where he has all the planes that he needs. And he does fly, and he's got everything. He's got a family, he's got houses, he's got everything. But I think some people will always point the motivator back to money. And that's usually people that don't have a lot of it, I think, tend to do that. At least, that's how it seemed at my old job. Where they couldn't understand the concept of some people just do things because they love the work, or they love to get out of the house. Like, I'm not gonna lie, since I've become a bit of a, you know, a shut-in on stream, because, you know, the stream, like, I don't really have to leave my house a lot. But I will make excuses to leave my house. I will go do errands, I will go do things, I will go for a ride, go for a walk. I am going to the studio as much as humanly possible because it's really a great way to get out of the house. I mean, Larry David, I think he said his mother always said, you gotta have some place to go. You gotta get out of the house. Go someplace. That's why he has an office. He can work from home. He goes to his office, and he writes there. Part of me wants a Vinesauce office that I could go to on a daily basis. I really do. I mean, it's a shame Social Blade is so wrong about my income, but if I ever had the ability to do that, I think that would be kind of cool, because there is something fulfilling about going to the office and then, you know, coming back home after a long day. But, I think, some people just do things just because they just want to do the things. You know, like I said, William Shatner, I'm sure he's a bit of a dick. Some people say he's kind of an asshole. I'm sure he loves his money. You know, if you start making a good amount, maybe it is a big motivating factor, but I think some people genuinely just do things because they want to get the fuck out of the house. Or because they love their craft, or because they just love themselves, in Shatner's case, perhaps. But, yeah, it's just something I like to think about from time to time, I guess. I don't know if I really have a point here, I'm just kind of rambling. It's always fun to ramble a bit while I'm solving puzzles in Zelda. I'm also just about done here. After this treasure chest. So, question. I can use the Aku, go back to the entrance, save. Oh wait, no, maybe not.
wondering. You can get out, save, get back, reuse a coup. So if I go to the shop now... Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Three on the dot. Literally on the dot. Yeah, we're really close to the end of the dungeon. The big key's probably not too far off. There's a few more treasure chests I have to get. But yeah, I mean, next stream, it should be big key, a few more rooms, boss, and then we continue the story. I'm sorry, it's, like I said, I really want to, I really want to make a legitimate attempt to stop streaming until like 4:30 a.m. my time. Because it's not just fucking you guys up, it's fucking me up too, and, this is one of those, you know, set your mind on it and fucking do it kind of things. And this is just something I have to do for me. So I'm really gonna make some legitimate effort here to, stream a little bit better. You know, for a while I was doing 3 hours a night. I was just doing midnight to like 3 a.m. for me. And that was it. That was the stream, 3 hours. You know, usually do hour and a half, then another hour and a half. And that's cool. But I felt like lately I've been wanting to stream more at night. Like 2 hours per game. Maybe 2.5 hours per game. And that's why I'm going even later. So as a result of that, I've decided to start a little earlier. And hopefully that will then sate my appetite for streaming. I could do my 4 hours a night. And at a time that is less shitty. And everyone wins. I hope. Alright, well, before I go, I want to show you guys the art that we have tonight. And then I can probably say I'll see you tomorrow. There's a good chance Mike will be on the stream with me tomorrow. We might do some Gungeon co-op. It's not a guarantee. But I think it's something that we will certainly investigate. By the way, I want to thank Peer Gaming for, I just clicked on it real quick. Peer Gaming submitted, I'm not really submitting, for a little while I was saying I wouldn't mind guest editors, like to show up and if you have a video idea for the stream, you know, submit it. Unless it's something like amazing. At the moment, I think me and Southbird got this. That said, Peer submitted this a few weeks ago, and it was the Action 52 highlight. So, Peer, thank you for your effort. We've had another fella in the past do some guest editing, and I think, what was his name? Matt. And yeah, I appreciate it. I always do. So thank you for that. And you know, I think you did a really good job, Pierre. So appreciate the editing. All right. I'll just point before I go. Dyer's playing Dark Souls 3. Fred is playing Tales of Godzilla 2, and Imakuni is playing Sonic Unleashed. I'm gonna host Imakuni because that's more of a rare occurrence. But if you guys want to check out the other streamers, you can go to vinesauce.com or twitch.tv/Direbore or twitch.tv/FredSauce, and you can watch them. So if you're looking to stay up for that extra hour, there's still plenty of other Vinesauce streamers that will keep you entertained.